Storm clouds may be lurking over Hattiesburg, but the excitement of a new season isn't going anywhere as Week 1 rolls on with this Saturday noon kickoff. Southern Miss opens the 2026 campaign after a 7-6 season that included a trip to the New Orleans Bowl, where the Golden Eagles came up short against Western Kentucky. Now looking to build on that winning foundation, Southern Miss will lean on a veteran core led by junior wide receiver Caden Saunders, one of the Sun Belt's most dangerous big play threats, and senior center Broderick Roman, the anchor of an experienced offensive line. Across the field, FCS Southeast, aka Alcorn State, arrives hoping to weather the heat, humidity, and a possible afternoon shower while pulling off a memorable upset. With temperatures hovering around a sticky 96 degrees, conditioning could be just as important as execution. The stage is set in South Mississippi, and it's time for football. FCS Southeast / Alcorn State takes on Southern Mississippi coming up next.
They call this place The Rock, M.M. Roberts Stadium in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Condors and the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. Reese Davis along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. And it'll be the Condors kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. He'll bring it out. It's Briggs. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Southern Miss's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And we take a look at a guy who didn't burn out the recruiting rankings, but man, is he being productive. Kind of came from off the radar a little bit to win the starting running back job in his collegiate debut. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Hampton. Hauls it in. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. And the Golden Eagles want to pick up the tempo. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got it set up on the outside. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Golden Eagles will call on their punt team. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Condors offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the sophomore running back. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball. Back to the ground game on the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Give to the running back. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The Condors will punt it away on 4th down. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Golden Eagles will try to get things moving on offense. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on first down from the 30.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They're going to ride this running back. Maybe some room here. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rill will check on his condition. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Trying to set up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Golden Eagles will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. Goes to the option, and not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Tight end now in motion. Gives it on the option. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And it'll be the Condors will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's chat for just a moment about Southern Miss. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hotter.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, and the pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. The Golden Eagles in the hurry-up. They just keep firing. Got a man. It's Dalton. Gets away from one. Finds room. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The run inside. It's Briggs. Man, you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it again. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Golden Eagles pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking for a gap. It's Briggs. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the officials will stop play as they check on the injured Golden Eagle. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wide receiver. Shakes off the defender. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Hampton. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Put 6 on the board.
Well, it's always nice to get the first one out of the way. That's the first passing touchdown for the season in this offense, and they've got a lot of playmakers. Their quarterback is accurate, makes good decisions. You saw it on that play. That's the first, and it certainly won't be the last.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Looking for a crease to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the officials will stop play as they check on the injured Golden Eagle. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and injury this early in the year. Could not make his way to the corner. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Punt is on its way. Let's see what he can do with it. After the filthy move, he's got room. He's got great speed. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Headed outside, it's Briggs. Inside the 35. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a 1st down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
He's got 42 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the 1st game of the season. He's got him. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
The Golden Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeps it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Southern Mississippi has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, it's Hampton. Fires to the tight end. Defense coming up with a huge stop, perhaps to force a field goal that would make it a two-possession game. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Takes the easy one to the back. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Condors will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Leaves it with the back. He got a little grass and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. And it'll be the Condors look to keep this drive humming. They'll run the option. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. The give out of the gun. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Condors will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Briggs. Turning it on. That gives him 54 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. Back to throw. It's Hampton. That's reeled in. It's Briggs. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Golden Eagles want to crank the tempo. The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient. And when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Golden Eagles send out the punt unit. Wants to bring it back. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They'll test the right side. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires on the move. Makes the grab. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. They've got the screen set up. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. And it'll be the Condors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. With the catch, it's Overton. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll move the wide receiver. They want to run this quarterback. He locked up and held on to bring him down. It'll be 3rd and long. Handoff to the single back. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Trying play action. Flips it out in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. This is now a 7-point game.
Number 95, set to kick this one off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Hampton. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. A little screen to the running back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Find some fresh air. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Punt is on its way. Clock is wound down, just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Just enough time to get off 1 more snap. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's Missouri State looking for a 2nd win after the opening week loss. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing. Back now to your game in Hattiesburg. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy, might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the rock.
And the Golden Eagles will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They'll ride the hot hand. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Now on the option. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. The Condors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give on the counter. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the officials will stop play as they check on the injured Golden Eagle. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And it'll be the Condors will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Makes it past the marker. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Golden Eagles are in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down. That's caught. It's Briggs. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking for room. It's Briggs. Here's a little room there. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on 3rd down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? He's going to run it. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. They get to the line quickly.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back. He wants to throw the football. He sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down. But way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Golden Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
And there's no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick with the physical ground game late in the game. That's how you finish opponents off.
Going to the run. It's good. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. The Golden Eagles line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Hampton. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. After finishing a drive with a field goal earlier, this one will be a 33-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. Here he comes with the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Option look, it's right. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Now on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Condors will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Fires quickly, and he's knocked down. And the Golden Eagles want to move quickly. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Back to throw, it's Hampton. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Golden Eagles line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. The offense goes back to work, and the defense is keeping them in it right now. They just really haven't gotten much done when they've had the football. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Rides to back and leaves it. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores. Snags it and he's open. Bulldozes his way through. Past the 30. 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Condors! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And the officials will stop play as they check on the injured Golden Eagle. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Southern Mississippi will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. Pulled and fired complete. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. And the Golden Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. Got it in the middle. It's Saunders. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They're going to run it. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. The Golden Eagles will hustle to the line. They'll go with a direct snap. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They boot it away on 4th down. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The give on the option. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Stevens. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Looking for a man. It's Wright. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Now on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Golden Eagles decide to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. 1st down here as we dive into the college football season. A Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Just feeds the running back. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. And he got enough for the 1st down, but we'll need to check on that injured player. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Wright. Under fire. Turns it loose. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Gain of 2 on the play, sets up 3rd and 8. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
And it'll be the Condors will call on their punt team.
To kick it away.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Golden Eagles will try to get things moving on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. They'll run it. Got room to work. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Well, the running back really lucky he jumped on his own fumble right there, and he's going to have to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure on the ball and with ball security, because you put it on the ground, you find yourself on the sideline in this offense.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. The Golden Eagles moving quickly to the line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his...
Maybe a crease. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And, man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
Handoff from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. And the Golden Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. The running back has it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Hampton. Oh, they're after him. And it's a sack.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. On the run, it's Stevens. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. on the option. Quarterback keep. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. He'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Off play action. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, third and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
The Condors will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Gain of 9 on that one. Third down and short. He needs a yard. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. It'll be a run on third and short. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Miss. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Coming out with it, it's King. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Dropping back, it's right. Makes the grab. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. And it'll be the Condors in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They send the tight end in motion. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got his man out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Tight end now in motion. Unloads quickly. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Just keep slinging it. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Looking to fire. This one's complete. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. The Condors racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, it's a nice interception. At this point of the game, up 2 possessions in a 2-minute situation, the offense is so predictable. You know they're going to throw the football. So everybody on defense, they're just trying to see the ball thrown and then breaking on it. Nice job coming away with that turnover.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee in victory formation, and he'll get to do it one more time as the clock winds inside a minute. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the done.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
So Southern Miss gets the win to kick off the 2026 season, winning 23-10 over FCS Southeast. I've completely forgotten who Southern Miss was actually playing against, who's on their real-life schedule. It was Alcorn State. So nice win for Southern Miss, 23-10. Taking a look at the team stats here, Southern Miss had the edge in first downs, 20-13. Total offense, 319 to 252. Rushing yards, 202 to 86. Passing yards, FCS Southeast actually had the edge, 166 to 117. Third down conversion percentage, Southern Miss had the edge, 28% to 23%. Turnovers, FCS Southeast had the only turnover. That was an interception thrown right at the end of the game. And time of possession was in favor, actually, of FCS Southeast by about 7 minutes. Looking at the player stats for Southern Miss, Ethan Hampton finishes 22 of 27 for 117 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. FCS Southeast, Earl Wright finishes 18 of 25 for 166 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Leading rusher for FCS Southeast was Zay Diego, 14 carries for 76 yards for him. Southern Miss was led by Jamarice Wilder is what we're going with. 18 carries for 89 yards and a touchdown, though actually Robert Briggs had more yards, 11 carries for 91 yards for him. Leading receiver for Southern Miss was, we'll go with Davis Dalton, 5 catches for 44 yards, though Caden Saunders did have 4 catches for 32 yards and a touchdown. FCS Southeast was led by Jaden Kendall, 4 catches for 25 yards. Actually, we should go with Titus Garrison, 3 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown for him. He had a 70-yard touchdown in the game. Leading blocker for FCS Southeast was Kevin Kelsey, 7 pancakes for him. Southern Miss was led by Brian Traylor with 9 pancakes. Defensive leaders for the Golden Eagles, they were led in total tackles by Laquan Robinson with 11. It's a 3-way tie for the lead in tackles for loss with 3 each for Melvin Spriggs, Laquan Robinson, and Mario Williams Jr. Sacks, another 3-way tie at 1 apiece for Rod Henry, Zachariah Keith, and Ari Slocum. And the interception was from Laquan Robinson. FCS Southeast had no interceptions. Audric Bush led the team with 1.5 sacks. He also tied for the team lead in tackles for loss with 5 with T.T. Harris Jr. And in total tackles, they were led by Emmanuel Dexter with 14. Kicking stats for FCS Southeast, Turner Mills made his only field goal attempt from 33 yards out. Also made his only extra point attempt. For Southern Miss, Reed Harradine made all 3 of his field goal attempts with a long of 37. He was 2 of 2 on extra point attempts. Punting for Southern Miss, Dusty Zimmer had 7 punts for an average of 57.5 yards per punt. For FCS Southeast, Ty Minchie had 9 punts for an average of 52.5 yards per punt. Kick returns for FCS Southeast, Kevin King had 4 returns for an average of 16.2 yards per return, and Tyrone Hickson had 2 returns for an average of 14.5 yards per return. Southern Miss, A.J. Little had 1 return for 19 yards, and Robert Briggs had 1 return for 12 yards. Punt returns for Southern Miss, Robert Briggs had 3 returns for an average of 15.6 yards per return, and Caden Saunders had 2 returns for an average of 27 yards per return. For FCS Southeast, Pace Jenkins had 6 returns for an average of 9.3 yards per return. Looking at the scoring summary in the first quarter, Southern Miss got a 13-yard touchdown pass from Ethan Hampton to Caden Saunders. It was 7-0 Southern Miss at the end of 1. The second quarter, Southern Miss got a 37-yard field goal from Reed Harradine, and then FCS Southeast got a 33-yard field goal from Turner Mills. It was 10-3 Golden Eagles at half. The third quarter, Southern Miss gets a 32-yard field goal from Harradine. FCS Southeast gets that 70-yard touchdown pass from Earl Wright to Titus Garrison. And it was 16-10 Southern Miss going into, 13-10 Southern Miss going into the fourth quarter. And in the fourth quarter, Southern Miss gets a 30-yard field goal from Harradine and then a 15-yard touchdown run from Jamarice Wilder. And Southern Miss gets the win 23-10 over FCS Southeast / Alcorn State. So the Golden Eagles start 2026 off 1-0. Solid win for Southern Miss. Let's take a look at what the headline for the game is for the Golden Eagles. It says home field advantage. The Southern Miss Golden Eagles are now 1-0 after defeating FCS Southeast at MM Roberts Stadium. I wish they would switch these up a little bit more. It seems to be pretty much the same thing for every team. The highlighted players here, Laquan Robinson, he had a good game, and Rock Johnstone. For Southern Miss, obviously they were the higher rated team. And you see their schedule. They've got a lot tougher game next week as they travel to Auburn to play an SEC school. But for week 1, they get the win. Next game coming your way should be FCS Midwest at Northwestern. We'll see a couple Big Ten teams in our next couple games, it looks like. But from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, the Southern Miss Golden Eagles start 2026 off 1-0 with a 23-10 win over FCS Southeast / Alcorn State. And we will see you next time.